Hello, my name is Lydia Hutchins. I'm a fashion photographer based here in Brooklyn, New York, and I've been teaching posing classes for about 4 years, give or take a few. And I wanted to quickly cover some arm positions that I think you can work with, like a bodycon, you can do like a denim set, you can do a bunch of things. I just figured this was an easy way to highlight it so it's not super distracting. But a couple things you can do where you're still highlighting the waist, you're not losing that waistline, but you're allowing more shapes to happen versus just something like this, which is pretty standard, a little boring in my opinion. But I want you to think about maybe you can do something like this, but then this hand comes up here, maybe it touches behind the ear. You're already giving me a different option just by eliminating one hand, but you're still highlighting the waist here. You're not like, it's not completely pushing it out of that realm. You can also do something like this where your hands are kind of playing across. This can be a little tricky depending on the size of your chest. My trick too is 2 fingers here, or maybe right underneath the elbow versus like holding here, because if you have a bigger chest, it'll kind of squish you a little bit. You can also do something like this. Again, opposite hand, flip that wrist so one finger is forward and the other hands are back. Automatically becomes a different frame. You can bring that hand here. It's a little hard with the mic. I don't want to mash it, but you can do something like this. I love that angle. You can do something like this. Let me do the other. Nope. Let me do this arm, something like this where you're kind of framing the face. Works really well for beauty. You can do this where you're kind of maybe one hand forward, one hand a little lower. So the higher your hand goes, the higher your shoulder arrays. So bring it down a little lower, and you're still creating really nice angles here, different angles. You can also soften the hands, maybe create a little bit of shape around the body without planting them. So you're not gripping yourself. It's very soft, but still giving me the angles of the elbows. Yeah, I mean, also arms behind back. I have a trick if you have bad rotator cuffs like I do. So I think some people have a tendency to like grip. That hurts me. So I typically just cheat it and like bring the arms out a little further. If you want them a little tighter, but still the same shape, you can lower them a little bit on your back and it'll create the same silhouette. You can do one hand behind the back, maybe hand forward, just kind of play. Also hands here. I have a tendency not to, I think there was someone I saw recently was like thinking about like the idea of throwing something away. So that softness with the fingers versus you don't want to like do this or grip yourself, very soft. You can also do something like this where you're kind of holding, maybe something where you're kind of playing with the arms all together. Try not to splay the fingers. Keep them nice and round and soft around your body. And yeah, those are some quick breakdowns of some ideas. If you want any more, let me know and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.